Never Too Much Info is with Danilo, aka Motor City Drum Ensemble, here on SunceBeat Festival. Hello Danilo, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
So you were a long time in Zagreb before all the festivals, before Motor City Drum Ensemble. What was this about?
Yeah, it was like the first international booking or the first booking that I had outside of Germany. We were like friends from Slovenia, and then there were some Croatian guys, and they like when I played like back in the Broken Beat days, and they said like, okay, you have to come to Zagreb to play there. So I had a few shows in Zagreb back in 2003 or something. And so I have a bit of a connection with Croatia, and it's crazy how much it changed actually. You know, like right now the prices are insane. Like if you want to buy a beer or anything, like here it's insane compared to back then. What's new? Yeah, I just released 12 like in January. I'm very slow with 12s. I release like one or two 12 inches, maybe most a year. So
Why
the
is
next
that?
one, yeah. Why is that?
Why is that? Yeah.
Because I'm like very much relying on quality control. I really just want to release tunes that I'm completely feeling, and I listen to them forever. You know, like with all the raw cuts, for example, I had this shit ready, and I would listen to it for a year, and look if I still feel it. You know, and it's the same here. I make something, then it's gotta be the time span of like a couple of months or maybe a year to listen to it, and still, like if I still like it, then it's good enough. If I'm like, not sure about it, you know.
Really
I
thorough
release,
then, right?
Yeah, I'm really skeptical of myself, and I release maybe like 10% of what I do. It's about the music. It's not about a persona. It's not about an image. It's for me. It's always been about the music. So I don't need to. I don't need to like want to dress fancy or do some kind of image thing or whatever, you know. For me, it's always been about the music. So
Do you think that electronic music today is about image more than the music?
it's. I would divide it into different categories, and there's definitely some DJs that it's maybe not all about image. Like there's a healthy part, like if you have the right promo agency, and you know, it's all about your branding, and you're famous and you get like attached to a certain thing, and you kind of want to fulfill that thing. And I don't know, you know, if you how to best put it, it's really hard. You can play into that, you know. Once you reach a certain level, you're basically a bit free to do whatever you want, and you can either give into the easy way of doing this and like having the most feedback and having the most of everything following you, or you can go the hard route, follow your instincts, follow true music, and follow what you really believe in, and maybe scare some people and maybe turn some heads and be like, what is he doing, you know? That's kind of weird. But in the end, that's what it should be about, you know, like not not only educating, but at the same time, you know, pushing things a bit forward and not just satisfy people. I mean, it's a big part, and I love to satisfy people. I love to play for the people. I love to play and have a good party and everybody's smiling and whatever. But it shouldn't be only about that, you know. It's good to to screw things up a bit, you know. Super old school, you know. Look at me. I'm still playing these fucking 90s records. I'm still playing 70s disco. I'm still playing. I don't know. For me, it's like it's so hard. I go to rush hour like 2 times a month, probably. It's for me like there's like DJ thing, and there's the stuff I collect, and then there's the stuff I find interesting. And you only live once, so you only have a certain span of things you can actually digest. So for me, I kind of decided to not buy things that are just working in a DJ kind of sense, you know. I kind of skip through that. If I buy something, it needs to be special. It needs to be more than just a record that's working. It needs to be something that's timeless. It needs to be something that is gonna be there.
What do
in
you
10
look for
years.
in a record when you listen to it?
It needs to have this just like quality that I will listen to this in 10 years and I'm gonna still like it. You know, I've gone through the phase of buying records and having everything that is like cool and whatever when I did the broken beat thing, you know, when I did like Nova, and you know, it's good records, but 90% of that kind of stuff I listen to it today, and I'm like, not sure if this is still relevant or. And but what stayed were like the house records I bought at that time, and I kind of look after that kind of timelessness. It's not about the medium. You can be, I mean, just look at the festival. There were some amazing DJs who played digitally, like Mad Mats. He was fucking killing it digitally, and I know he has like 20,000 records, you know. So if you push things forward, do it digitally, you know. But if you're just there to have a fucking sync button and have it the easy way, then you're not necessarily a DJ, you know. I mean, you have to push it a bit forward if you do it digitally. You have to do certain things that are maybe not possible on vinyl. You can't say there's a certain country. I mean, except for maybe Japan or like the coast in the United States, there's no country that is like safe. You can always have an amazing gig in a country where you think like, okay, wow, I've never played there. I don't know what's gonna happen. Or a place like Italy, where it can be crazy good, but also crazy bad. You know, like Italy is for me is like one of those countries where I'm like, wow, it's surprising me how yeah, I don't know. I've had some of the best gigs in Italy, and also like when I meet friends and you know DJ friends, and they're telling me that they're like surprised about me playing that much in Italy, and they're like, but it's all very posh and everything. And no, it's not about that. There's like really good things happening there. You always meet like people in certain places. You know, there's only a certain amount of DJs that are well known enough or good enough to be traveling that much. So you always bump into certain people, and there's definitely some people I like more than the others. But you know, I don't want to put that on video. Yeah, it's a bit much to ask. As long as I can do whatever I want, and as long as I can continue playing the stuff I play now, I don't mind reaching more people or reaching like a higher audience or a bigger audience. But at the same time, I can notice that like if you go into certain territories, like money-wise, like DJ fee-wise, the spirit goes more and more away. So I don't want to do that, you know. You can't foreshadow that, and it shouldn't be about that. I mean, if that's your whole goal, if your goal is to be, I want to do music and I want to sell and I want to live with that, then you're doing something wrong. I mean, then you're in the whole Geta universe, and I don't give a shit. The good thing is like these days, because of the internet, it's a global scene. So if you make good music, you have a global scene. You have followers in every country. So necessarily, basically, you can live with couple of thousand people buying your records, buying your music, listening to your music, even on a global level. You know, like you have like 10,000 people following you, and you can still make a decent living out of it. So you don't need to have all that crazy fancy shit. I mean, if you want it, if that's your goal, go for it. But then again, you're not into music for the first. That's not your goal. You know, if you're in it for the music, you're not striving for fucking caviar and 5-star hotels. So,
Have you ever downloaded illegally?
yeah, sure. Back in the days, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Danilo. Cheers.